And I think you need to do a little bit of trauma work too. Some of those things that happen when you're a kid, they carry a lot of emotional weight. They zing you, you know. And I don't know. It would be great if you could cry about them. And I did no pressure, because everybody's ready to do that when they're ready to do that. But you know, at least going back and talking about them, kind of breaking it open a little bit, because I think that that's really what stops us so much from moving on in life, is we have these specific traumas that we haven't dealt with. And so I think that would be a good idea. Maybe journaling. I was thinking for you in particular, dream journaling. You mentioned in some other video that you're having these intensive dreams and you were crying in them, but you couldn't cry, and when you woke up, and so start writing about it. And maybe you can take that into therapy, and maybe that'll start things rolling. If you're crying about something in your subconscious, it means that it's getting ready to be spewed out into your conscious. It's getting ready. Maybe it's not quite there yet. Whenever I have emotions in my dreams, or if I cry about things in my dreams, I know, oh, that's the next thing I get to deal with. Another idea that I have for you in your life is to get some very good birth control. You do not need a kid right now. Nope. Not that I don't think you could take care of a child. I think you'd be a great mom eventually. But I just suggest that you wait in another 5-10 years at least. Okay. Another idea that I have for you is please go back to college and finish. You owe it to yourself. You know, you're such a smart kid and you're so good in school. You deserve to have a college degree. You deserve to have a college degree on the wall, and to take pride in your brain, to take pride in that. It's an accomplishment. Don't put it off and say, well, you know, it's not that important. Okay, you know, it's not the most important thing in the world, and I think you could have a good career and a good job even if you don't. But on the other hand, you could turn it into something very special that for the rest of your life, you know, you take a great amount of success and joy and pride in. You might learn a few interesting things. Some of college is complete bull. You know, a lot of the general ed classes, you don't really learn anything, but in the advanced classes, you might learn some interesting facts. It'll certainly help you get a better job. And again, the self-esteem that comes with completing that is really wonderful. And probably inspiring to all of your family members. And you can set a new bar. You know, this is what we do in our family. In our family, we go to high school, we go to college. You know. And if money is an issue, it's always an issue, right? But you can get loans, government loans. I'm sure you're eligible for scholarships, and you're so savvy about things like that. I'm sure you can get yourself some scholarships. But loans, because really you've proven yourself to be a breadwinner, so you can pay off your loans once you graduate. I wanted to give you some feedback about your living arrangement. I think it's a mistake for you to live with family, and I know that's imminent. So the reason being, it's not that I have anything against adults living with other adult family members. I just think that for you, you have the pattern of being an enabler. And I don't think you've broken that pattern yet. I think that men are still attracted to you who need moms. So, at the very least, it might be helpful to do some counseling around not being an enabler, setting boundaries, saying no, setting limits, creating timelines, no loaning money. Being an enabler for you is a no-win situation. You're going to get nothing out of it except you're going to be drained, you're going to get emotionally zapped, and it's going to take years off your life. But on the other hand, I had this really great thought, which is, she needs to buy a condo. Maybe not till after you graduate college, but you need to buy a condo and set up some roots. Stop paying rent. Maybe a 2-bedroom condo, get a roommate to help you pay the mortgage. But, you know, you're ready. You're ready for something stable like that. And finally, I wanted to give you some feedback about dating. I've told you this before, but I'll tell you again. You know, I think it's pretty clear that you need to be with somebody who really understands your history. All of the history that you shared with me. You don't have to tell them on the first date, but tell them piece by piece. someone who listens to you, someone who's patient, someone who has very few, if not none, of the qualities of the men that grew up in your home, someone who has a reliable mom would be really cool, or somebody who had a good relationship with his mother, or at least is working on having a good relationship with his mother, you know. And you can't hold it against somebody for having a young acting parent, but at least somebody who's trying to work out those relationships. Someone who doesn't exploit your strength. Someone who wants you but doesn't need you. That's so important for you. Someone who wants you but doesn't need you. Someone who's independent. Someone who's sober. Someone who's strong. And someone who understands the difference between telling you what to do and helping you figure out what to do. Yeah. Anyway, I hope this was clear, and I hope I haven't offended you in any way by giving you this feedback. I think you're great, and I think that you're doing really well in life, and I think you'll continue to flourish. I have a lot of faith in you, and I can't wait to see what you'll do next.